house. I'm about 5, maybe, and the Bubba made her own wine. She had barrels and funnels and rubber tubes, the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
And it was a big bed, and then there was the barrels, and then there was a big table and chairs. And I remember a Seder, Uriel and Gloria and myself all sleeping in a big bed under the covers. And then I remember a Seder, like people are hanging from the ceiling. Yeah, all this. So anyway, so many years later, I said to Mariel, I said, you have to see where the Bubba lived. So I wanted to show what it's like. It's gone. It's gone. Not only is the building gone, but the street grid is gone. There's no
Wow.
Madison Street anymore, and it's all high rise, and all the signs are in Chinese. And
Oh,
amazing, amazing.
I went to
Different world. Yeah.
my great grandfather Davidowitz had the deli, and they called it 999 because it was 999 Delancey Street. So I went a few years ago to I put into the map 999 Delancey Street.
Is it still there?
No, it's a highway.
It's a highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was taken over by the by the east side, by the East River Drive, or the that's gone.
I want to tell you how Noah became religious, because he wasn't religious as growing up. Yeah. Okay. Sof Hasod. That's the end. He wasn't religious. Well, he was religious, but he was, not all that interested. Your grandfather Noah was thrown out of the best yeshivas in Brooklyn. At least 4. He was a behavior problem. Got thrown, and he was.
So for those of you who didn't
Wow.
know, as he was referred to in the Daniel family as Grumpy Grandpa.
Grumpy Grandpa.
Funny Grandma and Grumpy Grandpa. And so he was
Very
sit in his
serious.
chair,
Very
and
serious.
he learned, and there was no messing with anything. It was very yashar, very straight, and yes, absolutely. So this is a whole new side of him.
Yeah. My theory is that angels are not born; they're made. So anyway, Noah was a big problem child. He kept getting thrown out of yeshivas. It was an embarrassing thing. But anyway, Noah and my sister get married, and Itzi, Allah Shalom. You had their child, the youngest was Itzi, Yitzhak, who was they don't know Yitzhak, Elliot Daniel. He was just a beautiful, wonderful young man, and he was the first grandchild, and Itzi and I had very, very tight relationship. So Noah and me got married, and they had the first, and I babysat Itzi, and so on. So Noah is an accountant, and he's studying for a CPA examination and so on. He's 23 years old, and I think it's a Shabbat morning. Goes in the shower and collapses in the shower, and they take him by ambulance to what was then Israel Zion Hospital in Brooklyn on 9th Avenue. Now it's Maimonides Hospital, and so they take him to the hospital, and he's in coma. And the family is out of their minds. Here's this young couple, my sister Muriel, Noah, and he was just an infant, and he's in coma. And I remember where he was. I remember the bed he was in. He was in a 4-bedded room, and when you entered in the door, his bed was to the left. So, family descends on Israel Zion Hospital. I don't know, it was filled. 50 people there are, saying Tillim and, wringing their hands and so on and so forth. So they decide to get a consultation with a man, Jefferson Browder. I subsequently knew him, Dr. Browder. He was chief of neurosurgery at Kings County. He'd be downstate medical now. And he was a very famous guy. But I don't know why they got him. He was a neurosurgeon. Even I'm a neurosurgeon, but they should be calling him a neurologist. But anyway, they call Jefferson Browder because he has big reputation. So Jefferson Browder comes. He sees my brother-in-law, Noah, and he sees him about 2 in the afternoon, and he says he's going to be dead by 4 o'clock. Can you imagine the arrogant chutzpah of this guy? And I know they paid him some huge amount of money back then. I think back then he paid him like $400, which would go over
That's
$2,000
tens of thousands of dollars.
now. I mean, that was a huge amount of money. But anyway, this is a very serious thing. It was 1949. I know it was 1949 because we had a brand new 1949 Oldsmobile. So it was 1949 that it happened. So he's going to be dead. Chutzpah. I mean, even now as a doctor, where does this guy come off saying stuff like that? So all forlorn, everything is lost. Said they get this. I don't know where he came from, but he's this tzaddik. Name is Reb Leib. Reb Leib is like, very, very famous Talmud, tzaddik and so on. So Reb Leib goes in to Noah, close the curtain, and he whispers, and I'll never forget it, and people are looking through the curtain, and Reb Leib, Noah is like so, Reb Leib comes from this side, Reb Leib whispers something in his left ear, and he gives him a blessing, and he leaves. And Reb Leib says, maybe. "4 o'clock, Noah wakes up. Noah wakes up. So, there's in Talmud, and Noah always told me this, even when I was a doctor, and he really irritated me. He always said, Tov Shebarofim
The Gehenna.
I don't know what Masach it's in, but there is this thing, Tov, and he would always say, guys, no, don't give me this Tov Shebarofim stuff. I don't say Tov Sheba accountants. So he wakes up, and in a few days, goes home. And I was 16 at the time. I remember because I was driving with a student license, which is totally illegal by yourself. And we had this 49 Oldsmobile, and I was shuttling people around, so I can pinpoint the date. So after Noah wakes up, he completely devotes himself to Torah. Completely. That was the change. That was the changing point. And that's how Noah became Noah. Very serious Talmud, studying, Zohar and Talmud and so on and so forth.
Wow.
Grandma also always pinpointed that as